I'm always surprised in any individual circumstance. If you look at the history of sports betting, prior to the mass legalization, it was always legal in Las Vegas, but the mass legalization of it in the United States, there have been incidents. We've had incidents, obviously, with an official. I mean, this is not new, that there's unsavory behavior, even illegal behavior around sports betting. I guess my point is that to the extent it's going to exist, that if you have a regulated environment, that you're going to have a better chance of detecting it than you would if all the bets were placed illegally. And as to your question about the consequences, I have enormous range of discipline available to me, but it's cardinal sin, that what he's accused of in the NBA, and the ultimate extreme option I have is, to ban him from the game. I mean, that's the level of authority I have here, because there's nothing more serious, I think, around this league when it comes to, gambling and betting on our games, and that is a direct player involvement. And so investigation is ongoing, but, the consequences could be very severe.
And this will be a conundrum the league will continue to face, because at the end of the day, they're trying to corporatize a marketplace that's not really corporate at all. The gambling ecosystem has an aspect of the underworld within it, very similar to the strip club. It's going to have an aspect to maybe dope boys coming in there, or pimps, or prostitution. The underworld surrounds that environment. And it's very similar to gambling. There's addiction, there's alcoholics, there's drug abuse, there's organized crime. And that organized crime could even reach to a point where a player may get kidnapped, or his family gets threatened and he has no choice but to help someone out with their parlays. So the league is definitely in a balancing act, trying to kind of corporatize and reap the benefits of an underworld, I should say. It's very hard to corporatize certain marketplaces. And we kind of see it play out in the hip hop sphere. As far as Drake, the fact that hip hop has had a #1 artist for over 15 years is very inorganic to that culture. And with Kendrick Lamar going back and forth with Drake, you see the whiplash effect. There's a large portion of that hip hop culture, in a way, kind of resents Drake for that inorganic kind of corporatized image that he's done to that culture. So again, the NBA and their sponsors are really trying to corporatize the gambling aspect, when even the casinos out in Las Vegas, they have connections to the underworld. They have certain insight. They may have to make cash payments to certain people to prevent certain things from happening. So they have direct ties to all these things, but it's not buttoned up to the way in which it could be presented on television, like the NBA. That's going to be a conundrum that the league will continue to face. That Jontay Porter situation is not going to be the last one.